everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SVR podcast. And, to,
Yay.
and today, guys, well, as you probably know, this guy is from JEW. Before around in 2020 and 2019, he was known as Senator Johnny.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah, hi, it's me.
I'm going to introduce you. His name is Toby.
Um, Woo!
So, Tubby, you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
But here are the two things that if you wanted to keep going or you don't want to keep going. The first one is if you wanted to keep going, do it fully. Or two, if you don't want to keep going, keep it short.
alright.
Yeah, without any further ado,
Let's keep going.
let's jump into it. First question of the day. This one is particularly your pro wrestling career, of course. The first question is, how did you get into the pro wrestling career? How it went from start to now?
Alright, my wrestling career started in mid 2019 on my old account, not the death account, another one that I used to use. It got banned now, it's deleted, it's just off the market. I started like many other people in WWE 2K17, one of the greatest wrestling games of all time, in Roblox, to be exact. Then one of these days, I met one of my friends. You might know him as Alex Blossom. He's the one who got me into feds and stuff,
Hmm.
and that's how I. And then he started his own fed called XEW, and that's how I met everybody, pretty much. That's how I met Payne, and Payne introduced me to the GAW guys.
So was this your first ever Fed that you were going in middle of 2019?
Now I started. Fuck. How do I explain this? WWE 2K17 from mid 2019 to end 2019. Then when it got shut down, Alex introduced me to XCW and Feds and stuff. So I owe him a lot, honestly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. Next question. Now I know that you've been still going in the teenage days. You might be forgot about little nostalgia video games that since you were smaller, you forgot that where it exists. But the question is, favorite nostalgia video games that you played a while back. Name at least 5 video games, and can you tell me why you enjoyed them a lot?
The first one is honestly a underrated one. WWE All Stars. I played that because it has some wacky mechanisms and stuff like that. The second video game has to be Assassin's Creed. I think it was Black Flag. I used to play that on my PS4. I used to play it. It was a really violent game. I don't know why my dad bought me it when I was 7, but he did.
Damn.
And another game, Cool Math Games. That's an obvious one. Rest in peace, Cool Math Games. You will be missed. And I used to play this game a lot when I was a child. That's how I got introduced into anime and stuff. One Piece, Pirate Warriors 2. And the last one is my all-time favorite video game, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's just a masterpiece. The story mode is good. The campaign, I think. Multiplayer was also good and stuff like that.
Next question. I know you have been met a lot of pro wrestlers, particularly that you saw them. They are the most skillest. They have good abilities and they have the enjoyment, of course, through the matches. But can you tell me what is your top 5 greatest pro wrestling superstar in your opinion by the ability, skills, and the enjoyment?
All right. Number 5 has to be Fenno Styles. I'm just gonna put this up. Fenno Styles is one of the most talented raw wrestlers that I've ever seen. He's taught me a fair bit and is really good on the mic. Number four, I'm gonna have to give it to my son that didn't mention me, Zillin. I Zillin. He has
Mm-hmm.
pretty decent promos, but he needs to improve on his in-ring performance. Number three has to be Ripper Payne. Of course, everybody knows how talented Ripper Payne is. Probably superstar of the year in 2021. I would give him probably the best superstar in GMT of 2021. He has been on an unstoppable course. Number two has to be. I would give this to one of the wrestlers that I looked up to. This is a pretty weird one. It's actually Eddie Slayer. Probably, arguably, the greatest pro wrestler of all time. A lot of people can agree on that, but sadly, he got caught.
Damn.
And in number one, and in number one has to be probably my favorite APRW wrestler, Justice League. Justice League
Mm.
and Eddie Slayer are my two favorite pro wrestlers of all time. They're talented. They're good on the mic. They've had some great storylines, of course. Justice with the Damnation, that was amazing. And Eddie Slayer with his rivalry and feud with TM Punk back then.
Do you think five of them are considered that have the ability, skills, and the enjoyment?
Yeah, by the ability and their skills. Of course, the top three are really skillful, and the enjoyment. I enjoy a Justice League match, whether it's just a normal 3-1 or 3-0 clean sweep match. I enjoy them.
Next question. A lot of people been asking, a lot of superstars and a lot of people consider that what's next for everybody. But yeah, the question is, what's next for Tubby as yourself?
Hmm. You know, I'm still I'm rest right now. The only fed that I main wrestle in is GAW, but I'm gonna start opening up to other feds soon enough. Right now, I'm setting my eyes on Ripper Payne in GAW. I know that he's beaten me a lot of times before, but I'm sure I can beat him. If I try hard enough, if I train hard enough, and if I do everything hard enough, I can beat him. Next.
Next question. I know you have been in early. You said you were in the XW, JW, whatever. But the question is,
Yeah.
what was your biggest achieved title that you have won in Pro Wrestling history?
Does it have to be a title or does it have to be just an achievement?
Title.
A title, okay. GAW Championship. GAW arguably is one of the best feds. It's just really good, considering that it gives its wrestlers the wrestlers mostly can create their own storylines, promos, and stuff, but they have to be supervised under Passion or Ali. JAW World Championship. Next.
Next question. Now, I know that you have been Pro Wrestling. You were in started on the bottom, and most of the time, a lot of pro wrestlers have to give you some advice that you've been trying to like improvise your own flaws. But the question is, what is the best advice you have been given by any particular?
The best advice that I have been ever given probably has to be don't let your ego control you. Because there are a lot of egotistical people in this community. Yeah, you can agree on that as we are, right? A lot of egotistical people in the real wrestling community. So I try to not let my ego get over me, you know? And that's why I prefer to lay low instead of go out and become a big name and stuff. Next.
Next question. Now for some reason, you have been changed, but some of them were feel like you're the same person that they even changed a lot. You might as well think of yourself the same, but can you tell me from the past few years, what are the two things you would like to change about yourself?
I wish I wasn't so gullible. I when I before 2020 or before I got into Discord and stuff, I was really gullible. I would believe anything that my parents or a friend would tell me. And the second thing, I wish I was nicer to some people because you know me, I'm really toxic. But sometimes I wish I wasn't that toxic to somebody, and I wish I was more nice to them. Next.
Next question. I know in your country you guys have a lot of delicious foods, but the question is, what's your favorite food that you have been eating? And can you tell me why you love it so much?
Ooh, this is a hard one. My favorite food has to be, yeah, my favorite food is no doubt about it. It is an Arabian food. We call it kebsa. It's pretty much rice with chicken and some other stuff. Like you can put eggs with it and stuff like that. I like it because it has a lot of mix between flavors and stuff. Like it can either
Yeah, yeah, I mean it's delicious, definitely. But yeah, next question. Now, this next question is particularly for a musical standpoint. Maybe a lot of people will overthink, where's Toby? Where are we gonna see Tubby's new music? And the question is, are you planning to drop an album this year? If yes, can you tell me when it will be released?
yes, I am dropping an album. I'm taking my time, my sweet ass time writing this album. I want it to be just stand up perfect. I want it to be an amazing album. That's why I'm taking my time. And the album's name, the album's name will be. Can I get a drum roll, please? Hold up. The album's name is The Proud Stance. It is an album. It isn't actually. It's a mix between all the genres that I like.
Hmm.
You know, because I want to open myself to other genres and stuff. The Pride of Stance is the album's name. It is coming out next month, tops.
July?
Yeah,
Okay, hopefully we can hear some more new music from you. I mean, we
I might start dropping freestyles and remixes of other songs that I like.
bet. Yeah. Now, we're gonna have for the first time ever a bonus question. So it might be too over depth down, and maybe you feel like so shocked, or maybe you knew what was coming, but how you felt about Lil Loaded passing away, like legit.
And I honestly hit me hard because he's one of probably one of my favorite rappers. The dude died too young, honestly, man.
Damn, was he like 20 years old, 21? You know?
Yeah, he was 20.
Damn, 20? Only 20 years old? Bro, I swear, like, every single rapper that died in early 20s is just
It's just tragic.
Very tragical, yeah. And the final question of the day is, from perspective of your life, basically, what was your biggest fear in your life, and what was the best phase in your life?
My biggest fear is probably being forgotten when when I pass away, being forgotten has to be my biggest fear.
And what was the best phase in your life? Is it in teenage form?
Yeah, it's teenage form. Because as a kid, I didn't have as much freedom as other people, but I still had to do stuff. Right now, I have respect. I have pretty much a lot of things that my younger siblings didn't give me.
that,
Yeah, that's it.
that was it, folks. Tubby, if you have anything to say towards to it, make it through outro through the end.
All right. I have one last thing to say, right? Subscribe to SVR, follow him on all the socials, and listen to my new album when it comes out next month. See ya.
And I will see you guys in the next episode.